think I was surfing the net the other day,
Yeah?
as I do, and came across a Wikipedia article for the movie Embrace of the Vampire, starring Alyssa Milano. You know that movie?
No, never heard of it.
Used to play late at night on City TV back in the 90s. So directed DVD. After Who's the Boss, she kind of wanted to shed her good girl image. So she was in like a bunch of B movies, basically softcore porn.
Alright.
So don't ask me why it was on this Wikipedia article.
I think I know.
I don't know if you know, but I kind of have a knack for recalling movies and character names and actors and stuff.
Yeah?
So I was trying to remember the name of the vampire, of the actor. It was Martin Kemp, who was, I guess, a UK pop star for the band Spandau Ballet from the 80s. It was apparently a popular band.
Okay.
Anyway, that's besides the point. But the plot synopsis, I think, is not up to Wikipedia's standards.
Go on.
So let me just...
Did you tag it for cleanup?
I have not. I don't have... You could do that, because I don't have an account or anything. But this is the plot. Tell me if this is up to the snuff. Charlotte is a chaste, in quotations, so I guess she's not really, chaste good girl who is having some very bad dreams about sex. Her dreams are the only place where her dream lover is a dark, handsome vampire.
Handsome?
Handsome.
Okay.
However, that is a bit of a dilemma for her real-life boyfriend, who's not quite as fascinating as the vampire dream boy. Charlotte is given the choice between staying with her life as she knows it, or becoming a part of the vampire's world. There is also the usual struggle between such opposing entities, as Charlotte sees she also has to not only choose between her boyfriend and her mysterious nighttime visitor, but also between light and dark and good and evil. You know, the usual struggle.
Did you really say you know?
No, I guess I don't.
Okay.
In the end, after briefly kissing Milo and being interrupted by Eliza, the campus slut, who was killed by the vampire by banging her head against the wall, then licking the blood from the wall, in parentheses, she ends up having the dream one last time. This time, the vampire is letting her to come to him, as he believes there is nothing left for her here, on Earth. On Earth is in parentheses. After some dream scenes, finally, Charlotte is in the tower with the vampire. Chris, her boyfriend, is there, but the vampire pushes Chris away and is about to put the bite on her when she utters Chris's name. He at first tells her not to think of Chris, and instead think of himself and her as a couple. Then, after Charlotte utters Chris's name again, the vampire then says she can't take his life to the eternal life, and disappears. Charlotte and Chris wake up in the morning and kiss, and the vampire dies while laying in a sunbeam. Shouldn't have laid in that sunbeam.
Yes. Whoever wrote that really likes run-on sentences.
Yeah. I don't know. This is a stub article.
I'll be sure to tag it for cleanup.
It also has Jennifer Tilly as Marika. See, so it mentions Milo in the plot, but there is no Milo in the cast.
Oh.
Also, Rebecca Ferrati as Princess.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Sure, you're using your time well. It's weird.
You know, Alyssa Milano was also like a pop star in Japan when she was a kid.
Really?
I guess like someone in Japan saw her in Who's the Boss and then flew her over to Japan where she did a couple of songs, like a bunch of, which like charted.
Wow.
Yeah.
Big in Japan.
Yeah, Martin Kemp was a bassist in a new wave band, Spandau Ballet. He was also on the EastEnders. And 2012 he finished third in Celebrity Big Brother. So there you go. Bit of history for you.
You're using your time well, I see.
Remember last time I went on a bit of a diatribe against Star Trek, TNG?
Yes, you are hurting my feelings.
I remember at one point I said that there were no strong female characters, and that the only strong female character they got rid of in the first season. But I mistakenly said that was Pulaski.
Oh.
I should have said it was Tasha Yar. What I meant to say.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were talking about Pulaski. I was really confused.
Mm-hmm.
Tasha Yar, she was in that. I think Derek might have mentioned that mold of this quote unquote strong female character that's just like tough and angry.
Tough as nails.
Yeah, like it's almost a stereotype into itself at this point.
Well, it was almost like to her detriment. She was tough.
Yeah.
She should have softened up.
I'm not exactly sure why they got rid of her. I mean, she
I
wasn't
think
a great character.
I believe the actress didn't get along with the crew.
Oh.
The enemies are starting to get really tough.
She did come back.
Yeah, as a different character, right?
As the
After
half Romulan daughter of Tasha Yar.
she was killed by a tar monster.
Yeah. Well, she came back as Tasha Yar in that really good episode.
Really?
Where they so remember the one where the timeline changes because the Enterprise C doesn't save that Klingon ship?
Is that Yesterday's Enterprise?
Yes. And then she doesn't die in that timeline, but she volunteers to go back with them. And
He's not getting staggered by my shield.
yeah, these guys are tough.
So I need to be far enough away from him where he doesn't hit me.
But he'll still go for you.
He does not get staggered at all. Oh, I need to backstab him, maybe. I think I killed one of these guys last time.
You did. Towards the end.
I wonder if I two-hand hit him? Or if I jump at him?
It's worth a try.
Oh, viewers at home might remember us talking about a mouse. The mouse is now dead. Or at least a mouse. Maybe there's multiple mice. Remember there's a mouse on the table?
Yeah. Yeah. We usually get one or two a year and we deal with them. Okay, there we go.
It's a wily one.
Well,
Let me stab you in the back.
The first enemies that are like as good, as agile as the player.
There we go. More agile than me at the moment.
But this is actually a really good farming spot because it's so close to the bonfire, but they still drop 1,000.
Yeah, once I level up a bit.
We don't really need to grind at this point, though.
Oh, remember there's a secret spot here. Which I didn't even use a FAQ for. Last time.
Ooh. You always gotta roll at the walls in this game. Might look silly, but you'll find stuff like that. Speaking of looking silly, we still got this cool
I think
head thing.
I'm going to be changing my... If I do this, I'll just be my same character as last time, basically.
You want to do
Havel's armor.
The Havel's armor?
It is really good armor.
Yeah. But, I mean...
Really stable.
You're good enough at the game. You don't need to use, like, the best armor. You can use the best looking armor.
But, like, the guy I was fighting before, for instance, would be a lot nicer.
Also,
Because I wouldn't, I guess I don't think I'll be sent back as much.
Will you have enough weight?
We'll find out. Maybe I have to not wear the helmet or something for a bit.
I assume I
Oh,
don't...
maybe it gets the shield. It might be
The
used his shield. Would
I assume I don't need to say that some of these might be... So that one's a fake one.
Yep.
So don't open that.
Yeah.
Is the Dragon's Tooth better than this?
I bet it is.
I mean, that really... If you use... Your last character was Dragon's Tooth plus.
I kind of don't remember my initial plan at this point, but I think...
For HoneyBooBoo?
Yeah, for my weapon progression. But I think Dragon's Tooth...
We're going to use Grant.
Eventually, yeah.
We'll check if Dragon's Tooth is better than this.
I bet it is.
It fits within the blunt weapon category, so...
You can't level it up like the Great Club, though.
Yeah, but even unleveled up, it's significantly better.
Look at its
Durability.
999, yeah. Oh yeah.
It weighs more, but you can deal with that. It also doesn't scale as well, but I think it's a better enough that it's... It seems faster too, or is it not?
I think it's about the same. I think the second strike might be faster. Let's try Havel. Oh, I guess you should put on. See how it compares. Oh, yeah, way better.
It's the weight that's going to be the problem.
I guess I think everything's gonna be better. Also, it looks really cool, like stone armor.
It does look cool, especially if you're making a tank. You also got to put on your shield.
Yeah.
Especially if you're gonna level up faith anymore.
Oh yeah, look how.
You won't be able to have more of a weight limit. You're already using Havel's ring.
So let's see.
What's your weight at?
94 of 100.
So you're gonna be slow.
Yeah. But I mean, you know, I don't actually feel that slow.
I thought it was like under 50%.
Yeah.
You were super fast. Under 75% you were fast, and between 75 and 100 you were slow. Try swinging your weapon.
This is doable, I think.
Okay.
I just.
You do look sweet.
Yeah. I mean, this is who I was last time.
Yeah.
Although I was using a halberd.
Oh, that's true.
I think this fits with the cleric style.
It does. You're sort of the healing tank. It's always one of my favorite archetypes in RPGs. The Templar style classes, Paladin.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a real fan of this. I am, kind of lumbering. Smog and Orange Sea might be a bit tough.
Well, then you can always switch. You have experience now with using lighter sets.
Yeah.
I mean, you still got the Eastern armor if you want to use that.
Should I get my equip load up, you think? At this point, it's a long way to go.
You have to get it up so much that I think you should level up faith and try to use miracles. Even just differentiate yourself. Do something new.
Yeah. Is this the way I went?
There's a bonfire.
This is the way I came from.
Yeah, go up the stairs.
Well, we need to find out the other side of this hallway. I don't think there's something there before I use the stairs. So Breaking Bad is on tomorrow.
Yeah. The last episode was incredible.
Heartrending.
Yeah.
What, 3 episodes to go?
Yep, 3 episodes to go.
Don't want to get too spoilery, but
No, we won't spoil, but I will say that they're gonna. I have a feeling they're gonna go to the flash forward timeline
pretty soon.
If not this episode, then definitely next episode.
Yeah.
But probably this episode. I don't know if they're gonna do another montage like they did with Crystal Blue Persuasion, or if they're just gonna jump. But I'm interested to see it. I think it's amazing that I have no idea what's going to happen, but everything that's happened feels like it makes sense, which is pretty, you compare it to other long-running shows that had story arcs.
Well, Vince Gilligan came from X-Files, so he knows about...
He knows what to do and what not to do, but especially what not to do. And he also got the benefit of watching the ends of Lost and Sopranos and The Wire.
I was thinking about the other day about anti-heroes.
Yeah.
Which really Sopranos started. Well, I think NYPD Blue started it, technically.
But
I mean, if you really want to see, like, film noirs kind of started it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And idea of the anti-hero is certainly a
on
thing.
On TV though, I think you could trace it to NYPD Blue, and then the current trend just began with Tony Soprano.
Yeah, the morally ambiguous criminal.
Not even morally ambiguous, just bad guy.
Like actually bad guy that you root for. So is it even an anti-hero at that point?
I'm not sure. Like, I think the genius of Breaking Bad is creating an anti-hero that initially you root for, and then making...
That's a fake one.
Yep. And then having you, by the end, not root at least to play with viewer expectations.
Yeah, because we're so used to always rooting for the main character.
And
and even if that's also...
They're all
you can tell they're fake for the viewers that the chain is...
Yeah, curling forward.
Forward.
Yeah.
It turns into a monster.
I bet that Bloodstain is that guy getting murdered by him.
Yeah.
Actually, 1 million people getting murdered.
Getting chomped by the chest monster. Die already.
Wow, that guy's Doesn't. Is it the same guy?
He doesn't learn his lesson if it.
Well, take my word for it. That guy gets eaten by that treasure chest. Yeah, but the last episode in particular played with, I think, multiple times with the expectations, because
Yeah.
it's you. At one point, you basically at the beginning of this season, some viewers would be rooting for Hank, some would be rooting for Walt.
Would anyone be rooting for Walt at this point?
I know someone who was rooting for Walt, because Hank is a Fed, so. Yeah, there's like so many times it's nice to see Walt escape these unescapable situations. You start rooting for him then, because I don't know. I'm not sure why actually. I
kind of. It's because it's something viewer expectations. Like the bad guy always loses, so it's kind of
see underdog come out on top.
Not even underdog necessarily, but like it's almost like a morbid curiosity of like I want to see how you could get away with it.
But so at the beginning, you kind of like wanted Hank or Walt to get out of the situation.
Yeah.
And then you kind of, by the end of it, were dreading your expectation. Like once it happens, like it's one of those be careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
It's like the consequences of him getting out. And at the same time, you root for Hank to finally get his man.
Yeah.
And then he does, and it's like, what was it all for,
Yeah. Well, it's one of those things, I've heard it described as Walt's superpower is his ability to lie.
Mm-hmm.
And I think everyone is taken in at first, and even Walt is always taken in.
He's the best at lying to himself.
Yeah. But towards the end, like, we're all immune to it, basically. And even, like, the whole pump malfunction thing from earlier in this season, it's like even his family is immune to it. I mean, his son is still. Even his son knew he was lying. He didn't know to what extent he was lying, obviously, but. I
mean, at this point, Skylar kind of doesn't care anymore. She just assumes he's lying about everything. Like when he was.
Except for being out, like she needs that. She still.
No, I think she knew he was. Because she said. At one point in the last episode.
I think by now she knows, but I think before that, even in the scene in the Mexican restaurant, she so needed it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Of course there was a guy there. How could there not be? But see, I'm not getting staggered by him anymore.
Yeah.
And I am staggering him with my dragon suit. You're so stable with this. And it actually does send him back.
I love the because it's such a good stagger. The chaining of that attack is really good.
Mm-hmm. I could actually use some more vitality at this point. My stamina is a little on the low side.
I was thinking like health is not the greatest thing to increase, but stamina is.
Don't want to go up there yet. I like this area.
Yeah, it's compared to all like the decrepit earlier parts of the game, It's really cool, but at the same time it's also creepy and being like this really stark, empty kind of.
I wonder who those people were. I know who this lady is.
Yeah, we meet her later. What does the message say? Some humor from the Dark Souls community. Whoa.
This guy again.
Shooting spears. Bow.
Oh my.
Oh.
Yeah,
I don't know how that missed you.
Yeah, so we should do this.
You're really into that shield dash.
Yeah, it works.
Oh, you take so little damage too when you get hit.
Yeah, I know. There's a reason why I switched to this it's a real game changer.
Yeah, I do like, you can really change the way this game plays based on your armor. You've gone, but it's best to specialize, I think. Oh, yeah, we recognize that guy.
Yep. I figured how to get in here. Do I drop down from above, maybe? Yeah. That's what I do. So, Nick, how
Yeah.
are things?
Pretty good.
How's that tablet working out for you?
My new Nexus 7 is pretty good so far. I got a...
Porn on it?
Oh, well, that's the first thing to put on it, but after that I gotta kind of figure out what I really enjoy doing is watching stuff on it. On YouTube and like
That guy's
shows.
freaking out.
Yeah, because the screen is amazing. Like it's probably better than my computer screen. And it's really like the perfect size for using, like say, really the perfect size for holding. Because it's not one of those huge tablets, but it's bigger than a phone. So I think that's what I've been using it most for. Yeah, I think it's also much better. I can try out some mobile games.
Some MOBAs?
No,
Mobile MOBAs?
no, probably some sort of simulation or strategy game.
MOBA Sim?
Yeah, for a long time I didn't really. Oh, here's a guy.
Whatever can be done. Ah, you again. Let me guess. Were you repelled by the Silver Knights? Ah, don't be ashamed. There's the fate of vanguards like you and I. I'll think of something. We can overcome this together.
I like this guy.
By together, he means me do it for him.
This is quite a fix. We'll need another 3, no, maybe 5 days. Quite a fix indeed.
Anything else?
This is quite a fix.
So what he's talking about is in this room.
Oh,
You have to clear it out for him.
see one guy twitching over there. Twitching guy didn't help his friend.
Could use a shield that makes my stamina go up higher, quicker. I know I had one of those before.
Isn't that blue icon under your stamina bar? Your stamina increases.
Do I have... I think that is one of the rings I've got.
Oh yeah.
But it's not... doesn't make it go up faster. I think it's maybe...
Increases the maximum.
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe you can get a
okay.
miracle that increases stamina.
I need to... What is this anyway? Oh. I need to lure one of those guys over. Camera's not working. Oh, because I'm locked on. It was really cool to walk calmly in this game. I'm really a fan of doing that at all opportunities.
Seems like you, like in all games, you like that.
It's true. Like in Red Dead Redemption,
That's
walking
what-
with a shot-off shotgun
that's
through
what
a
I was
house
thinking.
calmly. It's the coolest thing. Like when you're... I think there's one where you're going through a house and there's a bunch of dudes in there trying to clear out. Like there's a family you're trying to rescue or something. And they have... They're taking them hostage. And you start in the basement from the cellar and you work your way up. And just like carrying your sawed-off shotgun and calmly walking up to them and like blowing their heads off. I
Yeah.
don't know. You just feel...
And
you feel like Anton Chigurh or something.
like the backstab animations and that are much easier to pull off.
Hmm.
You're gonna
Or like head blow off animation.
Oh ho! What's on your mind, friend? Wait. You defeated those monsters? Fantastic. I'm saved. This Knight of Katarina hereby commends you. Take this as a token of my gratitude. But be warned, gallantry entails great risks. Next time, give me a chance to come up with a plan.
Sure.
I think that lets you warp. But it destroys when if you're gonna die. But you keep your souls.
Okay.
Let's check. I think you find a bunch of those. So many rings.
It is an RPG.
Oh, small increase of HP. Yeah.
Like we need it. Heal.
Not with this armor. Oh, treasure chest. Real one? Yep.
Nice.
So, is there another bonfire in here? Or am I just gonna have to fight Smog in Ornstein? The hardest boss fight in the game.
You think that's the hardest?
Those, what was it, the kings? 4 kings?
Oh, the 4 kings, yeah.
They were pretty tough.
Got a ways yet for them. Are they optional, the 4 kings?
No.
Hmm.
It's optional the order in which you do... Where am I going? The order in which the next 4 bosses are optional.
Okay. The order, not the...
Yep. Things get a little easier after this, because you get to warp around the bonfires.
Yeah. But it would just be so annoying.
Oh, I know what. Okay. What I need to do is open up a shortcut to
The bonfire?
the beginning of this area.
So you don't have to go past those archers again.
Yep. Yeah, I need to open up the smithy.
Whoa. Oh, that was cool.
Yeah.
What happened?
I hit him with my strong attack.
Oh.
Just knocked him down. Where am I going?
How the Silver Knights with the bows give more souls.
Oh, they're elite knights. Of course I can't run. Wouldn't be...
Dysfunctional controller. Is it through there?
I think so. You see any chests or anything out here? Check every corner. You'd like to think there's something. Oh, what was that? They just get souls?
No. I don't know what that was.
Huh.
Someone stole your essence, your mojo.
I didn't lose anything.
No. Your souls didn't go down, it just didn't go up either.
I must have gotten souls somewhere. Someone must have died.
But your number didn't go up.
You sure?
Maybe I missed it. Maybe the video will
Yeah,
tell.
I'll have to check the replay. There's a basement part in here.
So did you watch that video? That movie that you were talking about, or did you just read the Wikipedia article?
I just read the Wikipedia article. I have seen that movie.
Really?
Well, it used to be on
you were
City.
City TV
Yeah.
late at night. Fantasizing about Alyssa Milano.
Mm-hmm.
You were the vampire.
That was Chris. Oh my. Okay. Do I want to do this now? I don't know. I'll leave that guy for later. Someone from the Peanut Gallery have something to say?
I was imagining myself as Milo.
Where's her? Oh, Ocarina of Time had a Milo. Kokiri.
Is there a new Zelda game for the Wii U yet?
There's a Wind Waker HD coming out,
Oh.
which is one of my favorite Zeldas. And they are tentatively working on a Zelda HD, like an original one. Like, with every new console, they have a tech demo that includes a Zelda that gets everyone thinking it's going to be that, but it's always quite different from that.
Well, it's one of the few properties they know will sell, especially on such a
I mean,
clear
Miyamoto
third now.
Miyamoto just did a Pikmin game. Pikmin 3 is supposed to be good. But I don't know, I guess he's not really the principal guy working on Zelda anymore. kind of like his executive producer. It's Iwata? Some other dude. Took over in Majora's Mask.
Speaking of older video game franchises, apparently the new version of Final Fantasy XIV is really good. Like, it's getting really good reviews.
14.2? Well, so I saw a quick look of that. It looks like an MMO.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's gotten good reviews from MMO players.
Well, okay, so the initial quests, apparently it's very short, and you do end up doing a lot of grinding at the end. Like the quests don't take you very far.
Yeah, but that's.
And then
it's an MMO.
there's a lot. They're really into the emotes.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
like the first 7 hours, you're doing quests where you literally just finding guys and emoting at them.
Oh.
Like, find this guy and do despair at him, or be frustrated at him.
That's kind of interesting, because most of them is like, go kill 10 small rats, and go kill 10 large rats.
I mean, it's an MMO. There's nothing new it's bringing to the table.
It's just that the previous version got terrible reviews and nearly sank the company, and this was a huge risk of them to relaunch it.
Yeah.
And it seems to be paying off. Because MMO fans are different than regular Final Fantasy fans. But if they can have both,
I think
seems to be a good thing.
It is barely a Final Fantasy game.
Yeah, but
you get you can ride a chocobo mount, and at the end you get a Magitech mount.
I do think there's a pretty big crossover between those two groups.
Perhaps.
I mean, MMOs, people don't like them because there's lots of grinding and you gotta spend time with other people. But I mean, early Final Fantasies are all grinding just alone, and I like them.
Alright, so the boss is down here, through there. I won't do that now.
Yeah, let's I don't want to edit such a massive video again. The previous hour 12 one, a couple episodes ago, that took half a day to encode.
Last one was really breezy though.
Yeah, those are nice. Nice to do. Only encodes in 6 hours and uploads to YouTube pretty quick. Jump.
I think that might be a
trap. Oh, there's stairs there.
Let's come back to that.
Don't just jump out a window.
This game would do that, and then you have to kill yourself to escape. So many messages.
People are very chatty around here.
Yeah, I think I'll come back to this area.
You think these are all hints on how to beat the boss? Maybe this is where people get frustrated.
This is notoriously difficult. I'm not going to take anyone in with me. I think I'm going to do it on my own. Did it last time. It's the whole thing with this game, with the combat, is 1-on-1 is one thing. 2-on-1 is infinitely more difficult.
And this next boss is 2-on-1.
Yep.
Who are you? Your weapons? Tis no good, but forge very idle any time.
So I need to look up what to do with this guy. It's the whole this whole section of the game is confusing. It's always confusing for me.
Can you see if you can upgrade your club, your Dragon's Tooth? You have some Dragon Titanite, I believe.
Yeah. Well, I'll do that next time.
You can buy green Titanite.
Oh, that's handy. What else has he got?
Giant halberd. I think you have that though. Giant armor. So what does it say? Extremely. Oh.
It's not as good as Havel's.
Yeah.
Doesn't look as cool either.
Same genre.
Stone armor is just a cool concept.
And I like the helmet style. The Centurion.
Kenturian.
And that shield just wrecks anyone who hits it. It just really doesn't matter that you're slow.
That sucks.
But even if you make mistakes, it takes out a small chunk.
I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah, yeah. And once you get that next club, where do you get that again?
I forget.
I think it's Tomb of the Giants.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
That, well, you'll just, because I think that heals you over time. So you have like the best armor plus a heal over time plus a really good
This
weapon.
would be bad if I died here.
Yeah, I think. Leave these guys alone.
Nah. Shit.
That's the giant armor is these guys' armor, I assume.
Yes, I think so.
Oof.
These guys are no joke. Here we go. You're dead.
Cool 1500.
See if I can level up. I don't know what I need to get to now.
You need to get to like 60k, I think.
Really? No. Less than that.
I think it's higher than this though.
I think it maybe be 40k. Space Marine.
You ever play Warhammer 40,000? Ah, it's awesome. It's way too expensive. I don't know how I spent a lot of money on that, but it's really fun.
Yeah, I've never been into tabletop games. D&D or the like.
Well, D&D is pen and paper.
See, that's how little I know about it. Don't you use it?
You can.
Don't you use the pen and paper on a tabletop?
Well, a tabletop
Papyr?
usually implies having models and like
Papyrus?
That's the main thing, and then D&D is mostly imagining with character sheets and
The mind's eye.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember I had a couple friends that played 40k in high school. So instead of
Were you among them?
yeah, I was one of them. I had the Necron army, which were like robot skeletons. They were really
Like
they
Jeff Peterson.
Yes, exactly. And they could come back from the dead. So you could kill them, but unless you used a really powerful weapon to annihilate them, they had a 50% chance of rising from the dead. So it was really fun to play as them.
How cool I look.
Don't get too vain.
Fear me.
It's very inappropriate. It's pretty awesome concept for a weapon, Dragon's Tooth.
Mm-hmm. Gonna have to go up there at some point.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, before we end, I want to give an update on the pot lid situation.
Oh yeah.
We did get a new one.
You promised to buy one on the weekend, and
I'm man of my word.
Yep.
We went and got one. It's nice and...
doesn't quite fit on top correctly.
it's the closest that it could possibly get.
Mm-hmm.
Just the skillet is not made for having a lid, despite what you want.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I got it way off.
You were like two-thirds off.
Faith
So, faith.
or endurance.
All right.
Well, good episode.
Toodaloo.
We'll see you next time.
TTYL. SMH.